Good day, my fellow hooligans. We have flipped the coin, we have checked the coin, and indeed, we have kept the coin. This is it, the fight for the Hooligan Division to see who goes on to the final 16 of the NATTS Season 9 playoffs, and this might be the most anticipated match so far of the entire round 2. Beers have been drunk, scotch drunk, bourbon drunk, cyanide. Well, let's see if they're actually up to presenting this quality game from these coaches here. They have fought long, they have fought hard, they have walked away from many odds of women to be with this here game. So lads, let's see what they're up to here. Necros, Ogres. And there we go, fans already picking a side. That's free reroll, and it's a beautiful onside kick. 5 rerolls. He's got the fans and he's got the apothecary. Necros, of course, they've got their 4 rerolls, but nothing else except the courage in what's left of their dusty, dried arts. And let's start it off with a good fisting. And the lad, he's down. Smart enough, decides not to use the stand firm this time. And there we go, another good solid punch. He's down. And there, face down. He's listening once again to Scotland the Brave. And of course, the fourth chap is realising, while it might inspire interesting reactions from the fans, well, unfortunately, Ogres a little bit distracted here doing jazz hands. And look, right next to him, someone's peeking under his kilt. Come on. Ah, well. Not what he's planned. Burns the early reroll there. Solid punch. And he gets what he wants. A good solid bell rung. That's one. One count him. Expect many deaths this game. The gods of Nuffle, the Nats, must be pleased. Now, as has been told of a tale here, it has been quite the drive for both these teams. Ogres was a bloody miracle that even qualified for the repechage. But here they are in the big final, showing they belong. As for the Necros, was a tough season. They had a bit of problem there, loss of ghouls. But look, here they are, fighting back. Having suffered many a good key player deaths getting here, and now look at them, stumbling, staggering, dragging their carcasses. No, quite literally, those are carcasses. What else do you call them? Here comes the mangy critters. He sees a drop ball. This is it. How much risk is he going to throw in early in the game? There's the whipping owl. He's in. Ah, he's got it. Yeah, he's got it. Well, he's got something all right. And suddenly, tripping on the Snotling. Well, there went a precious reroll. And now here it is. Can the Ogres contain this drive? This is the business. They've always said that. Let's see what happens. Good old Coach Daffo there, as admitted. Nuffle has picked a side with him, not once, twice on his route here. Now they say you got to be good and you got to be lucky. But both these coaches, as we all know, when they go to the brothel, they're always getting lucky. They just tell those ladies, bring friends. But experience over, coach. There's a quick jab there by the Snotling, and it does actually work. Poke in the eye. Oh, and there's a critical bonehead once more. Face now does not be the best thing to consult for how to hit him. Just hit him. Now let's thrust and stunty. How's he feel? He gambles. He gets it. And away he goes, the miracle. Necro teams wondering, what the hell just happened? They felt like their underwear just got nicked. No, really. He's got this, squeezing feeling right in his testicles. Now, it's in the lower testicles, we just don't know, but it's in there somewhere. Oh, that's a solid hit. Oh, no, no, it cannot be. The main star is down, Jean Grey. That's an ominous. That could be just the swing. The Necro team knows the best player is out of the team. And they're just pouring this blood in. And there's another one. Good lord. 2 injuries this early in the match. And they just keep on coming. He's pressing on in. He didn't even send him flowers. And once again, face down. Oh no, could this actually be the great collapse of the Ogre team finally? There's a good smash down. The rest of the team desperately needs to try and find a way to get out of this mess. He's got a plan. I didn't say it was a good one, but it's still a plan. And there go the big strapping lads. Snotlings. Desperately, the survivors scrambling, trying to find some place to hide. Especially this little bugger with the ball, and there he goes. The young lad has done it, he's clear. But the other 2 stay down. This could be a cunning and elaborate college-educated scheme right here. Necros. Swinging back around, thinking, oi, that's me ball. Oh, it was a solid hit. He gets the Ogre down. Here comes little flea bags. They're charging back in. This poor little skuntus nicely surrounded. Oh, is he ever? Once again, slipping on the toxic spooge. But there goes his precious reroll. But he's in position. Oh, vey. How's he going to get out of this one? I can hear the Ogre coach chugging a beer as we speak. And he's got a plan. And it's not just plan B, hit him. It's a cutting plan. The Ogres are getting back up. There's a couple of good smashes. Push me, push you. Does not work on the flesh golem. Looks like just about all the Ogres are getting back up. And once again, Stunty does its job. He sneaks away. Here comes the other wee lad. Come on, you can do it. And it is. Here comes the big one. And here's the plan. Is it a good plan? He's clear! The little bugger's clear! Run, you little bastard, run! Go! 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 You know you can do it! And yes, he's in! You hit it here! He is in! The play works! It's Jazzad's time in the dugout. But it's cost them dear. 2 injured already. And already the Necro team is getting one of theirs back in. Let's fling this back around. That was a quick but good score. Ogres down. 1 reserve Snotling. The rest are all coming in. They've been told you're either going home one way or the other. You're either going home knowing you're qualified next week, or you're going home preferably in a body bag. That can be arranged. Look, this team can do it. We know that. Meanwhile, over here, Necro team. Calm, confident, full of fleas. But, you know, that's just his nature, isn't it? I keep this one in close and tight. Just the way they like it. And just coming in here. Sister has personally promised a courtesy reach around to the winning couch of this match. Goes to the losing coach. You know what? I don't want to know. I really don't want to know what she's promising him. I understand the treatment will take at least 2 weeks. Oh, he's taking an awful risk there. It's a lot of one-die blocks. Burns yet another early reroll. Come on. Now there's a good solid punch. Now he even gets a stun out of it. And now here's the quick calculations here. He's going after that stunty. Oh, he's only a stun. But looks like he has picked his side. And here we go. The Dauntless Zombie as talked about. And amazingly, it's only a push. And stuck right in the ears. Now, here it is. The critical plays. Coach of the Young Frankensteins here. It's been well known for, you know, fast schools, fast women, fast money. He's fast at throwing at everything. And as I just finished that sentence, I hear he's just completed his PhD in bloodology. He's really that fast. Ogres covering over into the side here. Looks like, yeah, this time he decides, nope, he's spending the reroll and he gets the solid punch down. And down that one goes. But Ogres burn the reroll, but they're looking at the fact that, well, quite frankly, they had a pile of them just lying around. They might as well use the bloody thing. Good solid punch in the front. Can they get rid of this dauntless zombie? Well, at least he's down for a while. And the rest of them decide to stay in position. And again, targeting the Snotlings. He has been watching these casts, evidently. He has figured out where the real weak spot on the Ogre team is. But he still has a spare. It just might be outlast, outthink, outwit, outflatulence. Just out everything. Come on, you mangy mutt. Get back into the game. Surprisingly at this point here, no attempted fouling here on the Ogres, considering he does have the 2 spare zombies. He could actually attempt that. But he is thinking here, this is the long game. Until he has a guaranteed player advantage, he's not taking that risk. Speaking of risk here, 2 dice red, gets the push. That was an awfully brave attack there. Someone also has been paying attention here, considering he did have block. It is 2 and 3 in his advantage. Just remember, 1 and 3, complete failure. And once again, the Ogres smashing down any advance down the center. Well, so much for that penetration. This is what we call Operation Chastity Belt by the Ogres. There will be no penetrating tonight. He's bringing the Snotlings over, and now he's deciding to get a little conservative here with some of these Snotlings. He actually wants to save a few for later. Ah, there's a solid hit. Fortunately, the young lad. Darkside. I've seen that name a few times. You're the one who's got that chain smoking problem, don't you? Well, don't worry. You can have all the cigarettes you can smoke during this game. Of course, the match is to light them. The coach is only going to give you if you actually fucking win the damn thing. So you better win. It's turn 6 here. Young Frankensteins. Right now, it looks like they're trying to adjust where their attack is going. And they now seem to be standing at the left side. But remember, they have kept the one werewolf over here just in case they need to, well, say what we say in Footie, dump right. He's going to dump something, alright. Well, here we go. Turn 7. Can the Ogres contain this advance and stop the score? In the front line, the smashing continues. As a good solid punch decides not to advance the player up. Instead, he's just trying to keep some of the middle reserve contained. Oh, that was a risky play, but he does get away with it there. Gets a solid hit. Gets around the face gnoming. This is the craziest screen you've ever seen. Have you ever thought you'd see that? Screen with 2 ogres in a row. The only thing ugly is 2 dwarves. That's saying something for the bloody dwarves. Now here comes the mandatory cheekiness. Oh, he gets him! Good, solid push. Oh, I need a sip of this stuff. Ugh. God, it's just too much bourbon. Get ready for this game. Well, it's turn 7. The Necros, well, as they said, they've got themselves a bit of a poser. They do need to be in scoring position. And by extension, they are. But they may be having to risk not just a crazy side cage, but they might have to be risking almost a dumping pass here. Right. Can they do it, though? What an awful strange setup this one is. It may all come out. Well, there's the first bonehead, and it's way on the flank. That might have been very fortunate from the ogre side. And so far from the ogres, a lot of frustration trying to clean up the side. There's a good smash down. Now he's even going to pin him in with the Snotling. Here come the rest of the cheeky little buggers. Come on. Look, I know you're short, but get over into the play. You're actually important today. You know, like I know it's like those kids. You tell them you're special. Well, this one time the coach is not lying. You're special, all right. We bloody need you. Now there's a critical bonehead in the center of the field. And he gets the solid hit. And it's a massive hit. It's a stun. And he's kept on the ball. Yeah, now if I was the Ogres, I would have re-rolled that one. That might be his only play. He misses. Granted, it's only a 6, but you know what? You take it at that point. Why? Just to see what happens. And there goes another one of the fighting lads. He's dead. The Ogres are now going to be playing Iron Man. Every player counts at this point. Now it looks like it's pretty clear. He is saving that Apothecary for the one thing and one thing only. Well, there it is. Pass across the pitch. It's a reroll. Does he get it? No! And that is the end of the first half. A crazy drive. But look at the price. 2 injured, 1 dead. Now, yes, I do admit that is what you normally expect from an Ogre team on the Snotlings. But now, that's everything he's got. But, this is the thing. Necros, nothing lost. It might be time to stop putting the boots in. But that's it. The fans have had enough of this. Full beer can thrown onto the pitch, and the regeneration fails on the werewolf. Suddenly, things are looking up. I can see security is going out there to go deal with the fan there. That looks a lot like Cadet, doesn't it? Well, first he deletes a division, now he's just deleted a player. Is there no lows this coach will stoop to? Well, this is the Nats. Go figure. They let that vermin the scum in, didn't they? Meanwhile, back on the sides, back in the play. Necro's suddenly down a surprising player that they may critically need, and now putting in a very different and more conservative advance down the field. The Necros hate to admit it, but now suddenly their strategy is not just win this, they might actually be trying to play this one for a tie. Because tie, sudden death over time. And if they can keep the numbers, they can win that one. Ogre coach here. He's definitely doing some crazy manoeuvring here. There's a solid punch in the front line. And he's down. Ogres are still waiting for Mighty below to actually be, well, mighty. Instead right now, well, it's kind of flighty. Now there's a push me, push you. Does he commit? No, he's still not committing directly into a good punch-up. Well, there was the blitz, and this is something you've seen a few times here by the Ogre team. Tell the Ogre to blitz. Not today, sunshine. Now, how's he want to this, these Snotlings? Because he's starting to realise he actually needs the poor buggers. Like I said, they've become special today. Necro team, once again, trying to commit and pick one side. Yes, they would certainly like to stick that one in there. As you can see, once again, concentrating their fire on the poor helpless Snotlings. They have realised this has become a numbers game, and they've got to start clearing off Snotlings. And every place you can see, Necro team is getting those Snotlings all truly marked up and figured out for a later, removal from the pitch, preferably, in a bread basket. And you can fit the body in there, just fold it a little thing. Well, if you slice them just right, just like a halveling, well, there you go, ham sandwich. Well, not missing a beat here. Everything's going side right. Ogres, looks like they definitely have to commit quite a lot of effort in here to try and keep this one at least slowed down. And once again, boneheads. This is what happens when your players have had to start, growing brain cells. They've started thinking and thinking. This is becoming a wee bit of a problem. Now the Snotling does actually get away. And the other one here gets clear. See, now he's actually having to be a little bit protective of these Snotlings. He's going to need these little blighters. There's a solid smash in the front line. It's a stun. And finally the blitz does actually work. Breaks away. It's a solid smash into the mangy little mutt. And good night. His bell's definitely rung. Suddenly Necros actually hate to admit it. They've got a problem. Meanwhile, back in the play here. He quickly ducks that little wee bugger out. And congratulations. Necros have now got themselves down 2 on this drive. Now there's a solid kick. And the hero of the game so far is quite dead, and he lets him die. There is no heart, no soul on this team. This is brutal. In the stands, you can hear the tears from the Ogres. Of course, they're tears of blood because they're manly tears according to them. There it is. He's trying this once again. There's the dump out. This time it is clean. It is accurate. Ogres getting stuck right back in. They'd like to start balancing the numbers finally. They've cleared off 2 werewolves. They'd like to keep that one up. But look at the price it's cost them. 4 Snotlings definitely not coming back to play anytime soon. Now it's time for the good sword fisting. Now up and down the line, so far the Ogres are getting some good solid punches in. But I'd really like to actually send a few more into the casualty box before they go in. And the lad makes it, and he gets him too. Solid punch down. Where's the ball going this time? And again, he lets it bounce away from his player. Meanwhile, on the side here. That's a brutal one there. Bell rung. That's a precious ghoul. Out for the count, and that's sure hands. Necro team, what you gonna do now? They do have the strength full ghoul, but they're running out of options here. They've got to do something about this, and well, quite frankly, step one, let's go get this bloody ball. And the guarding Ogre's down. He does manage to get the pickup, but now he's got to wait and try and clear a pathway. 2 more precious turns. Ogre team getting stood back up. This could all come down to a critical bonehead or 2 on the stage of this great presentation. Oh, what a great story they'll have to tell their kids. Well, except for that werewolf, quite frankly. I'm amazed he's still got NATTS if he doesn't. Well, what kids? Well, he could adopt. Yeah, there's some dwarves in desperate need of, some real companionship. Now, there we go, the bright tackle. And he does actually mark the ghoul up. Amazed he doesn't park in there, though. Sorry, he does have guard. Would have been a good spot. That might be his only misplay. Like I said, this one's got gold, this one's got gold. Why don't you put the ogre right there? They both help negate, they both help each other. They make it a strength 6 attack each way. It's just a thought, but I'm not the coach, I'm just the poor humble commentator. And there goes another one of the wee boggins. He's down. He's stunned, fortunately. You have to admit, that's almost a breath of relief. And there goes the young lad. He's making a run for it. Well, he's going to have to stick this one in. He can't wait any longer. Because looking at what's going on in his team, he's down 3 players this drive. He can't afford any more. Ogres. You can see it now. The ferocity of the team. He made it. He's clear. He's screening. Of course, someone said that might not have actually been the real plan. I'm not really sure if that really was the plan. But you know what? The Ogres still go with it. Now he makes the reroll. He made it. He's free. And he gets the 2 dice. It's only push me, push you. And he decides to actually shove the lad back rather than stick him into the sidelines. Now there's great power sidestep. He pushes that one away. There we go. 1 dice. It costs him the reroll, but he does get that precious wee hit. And he's in for the score. It's 1-1. And now that one little Snotling might be deciding he's had enough for one day. But unfortunately for the Necros, they've got the same idea. It's Iron Man football right here today. Oh boy, isn't that a grim sight to see coming at you. Now suddenly the two reserves are in. It's 3 turns. Ogres can easily score this one. Necros would really like to drag this into overtime. It's a solid kick. It's a perfect roll there for the Frankensteins. They can now concentrate everything. They do still have the one ghoul, but now both werewolves out. This gives them an interesting problem. He can't go diving after this ball. It's a brilliant kick. It's right in the back end. Snotling's having to be a wee bit conservative getting this ball here. Meanwhile, Ogres, well, doing what Ogres do best. Hit something. He moves one back there for the ball coverage, and yep, as predicted, first of the boneheads already on the front line. When you're dealing with a team with this many Ogres, you are almost guaranteed a 1 in 6 of your players is, well, not quite going to be playing. Not following the plan. Well, he's heard of a plan, just not sure if he's following the plan. Where are you going, Sunshine? Yeah, look, meet me first. It's a wonderful little thing. And then he trips. It's a horrible, horrible play. But you can see there is some crazy logic. He's trying to prevent and contain any attempts by the Necro team to try and get at this football. Unfortunately, the cheeky little bug has got it. Necro team is realizing he can force this into an overtime. That is the direction he now has to commit for. And which means he's got 2 decisions here. How hard do you want to press this? Well, he's got pressing matters at hand. And that does actually move the goal into a far better position to try and steal the ball later. And not missing a touch here, the young Frankensteins have decided a light scattering of players to try and screen this up from any thrown goblin, because, well, they're still remembering what happened in the first half. And it looks like they have the situation well covered, well in hand. Here we go, Ogres. Front line, again, boneheads. But it's not a critical play, so I think he's alright with that one. Second bonehead, but again, away from the play, so I don't think he minds that one either. Here we go, critical 3 dice. Can he get rid of this player? No, not today. Ball carrier is definitely protected. At this point here, I don't think the Necros are going to risk a cage dive to try and get this ball. And wisely enough, protecting the last stunty player up until he sends him off into a sacrifice, and his bell is rung. This is his idea of protecting him clearly. I never said the Ogres had perfectly good plans. It's just a plan. Well, let's see if that comes back to haunt them later. Turn 16. Well, it's Necro fundamentals. When dealing with a stunty, ready to howitz a team. He expects this will be a long bomb. Makes you miss the old days of how far you could throw a player, doesn't it? This is why the Goblin team, now currently in the proper version of the rules, now has what's known as the Doom Diver. This would be easy peasy for the Doom Diver. And he decides to risk the one-die block just to stick a player in. And it's not a bad move. It does actually limit what the Ogres can do. Of course, here's what else Ogres can do. Meet me fist. And pounding it. Pounding it. Yeah, so you can kind of look at the Ogre colours. They really are taking on a Jim Sterling kind of view. Now here's a troublesome player they would love to have gotten rid of. And no, still haven't got rid of him. That was an awful risk he took on there. You can see why. He was trying to not use the dodge, thinking, well, I'm not going to use the dodge because I don't want to get surfed. So, well, unfortunately, you're taking an awful risk on that, aren't you, lad? And there's the miracle throw. He's down the pitch. But it's not enough. And no, I'm sorry, lad, you can't throw him twice. Believe me, I've tried. It has cost them dear. What do you expect from a playoff? Incredible action here. Somebody, one, comes back. Just one. This is it. It's time to flip the coin, Constable Ed. You have to check the coin, and you get paid twice. Well, that's rather decent of them, isn't it? Necros have got this one. And yes, they're going to choose to receive. The young Frankensteins have chosen to clearly receive on this drive. Fans are a deep push on this one. Ogres are short players, as you can see. It is a very conservative setup. They're going to be, of all things, in Ogre they trust. 6 Ogres, 2 Snotlings. This is the remaining necromantic team still standing on the pitch, but it's 10 players. But critically enough, speed is not one of the things they have. Free square. That's even an onside kick. And young Frankensteins, they're going to get this one scored quick. That's the break they want. Both teams planning ahead have carried in 2 rerolls. And it's not a touchback. This means a scramble for the ball. Necromantic team here have everything. They've been whispering about their secret ceremonies in tribute to Nuffle that have paid off dividends all this tournament. As for the Ogres, they just look at the cost. They say they have to do it. They have to win it for what's his name. And they'll see if they can actually pull that one off. Yeah, easy enough, he's got the ball. He can afford to be a little bit conservative here. Necro team, 10 on 8. Do have the numbers advantage. Front Ogre is taken down on the quick blitz away, and he does get the player back. Here it is. It's going to all come down to, have the Ogres paid attention to the advanced skills? And we all know what advanced skill is. It's not hitting. It's called get the ball. And afterwards, see if he can get one of them dawn touchdown things. This is called Advanced Blood Bowl. Solid smash from the front. He's down. This is becoming a clinic here of Ogre play. Well, he's gotten this far. It's for the Ogre team. 14 games. And they're still in it. No one would have believed it. They might be the only one of the Tier 3 teams still standing in the NATTS Season 9. Finally, something goes wrong for the Necros. That is a precious fail. He conserves the rerolls. It looks like he's waiting for something good to happen, preferably get rid of the last Snotlings. Ogres not missing a beat. Start the smashing. That's one down. Can they get it two? That indeed he is two. That's an interesting risk. He decides one more. He's in. And it's only a push me, push you. Surprisingly, he actually moves him bigger into the scrum here. And he's really counting on how so far so good. Not a bonehead yet. He moves the one Snotling into the emergency screen position. Where's the Ogre going? Where's he tucking in? And he decides not to tuck in. That actually might be an excellent play. And in stunty and dodgy trusts, he gets away. Necros, turn 19. And they're really starting to think, you know, hanging on to your balls. That could be a wee bit tricky. And he wishes he had gotten the interesting and very lucrative helping me sister to, you know, keep those things. It's two dice. And he smashes the Ogre down. Well, there you go. Lad, you had to go further. And there's the trip. Quick reroll. It's a double fail. He does his impersonation of the elf team here in tribute to that smashing defeat the Wood Elves took. And he got him. He gets him. There's the kill. It's dead. And that is the blow heard around the Hooligan Division. He's quite dead. The Ogres have, with passion and ferocity, avenged. What's his name? Now, really, I asked the Ogre coach, and they're all saying it's what's his name. Look, I can see he's got a name here, but I got to pay respect to the actual Ogre coach here as well, the Ogres. It's what's his name. That's push me, push you. Can he get the ball? No, he doesn't. He decides it's time for that precious reroll. He's got it. And the little skunker is running away. Oi, son. The end zone's this way. Come on, you can do it, lad. You can be a real player. Here come the Necros. There's nothing for it. Risk is the business, and they've got to throw everything they've got in now. They've got to get this ball back. And they've mocked the little blighter up. They're hoping. Oh boy, is it ever a hope. There it is, 2 red dice. There's nothing left. He's down. There you go. Ogre fisting. Not a thing you want to be on the receiving end of, I tell you. Oh, there it is. The precious reroll spent. There's nothing left. And he's down. Now this gets really interesting. He makes one. He makes two. He makes three. And here we go. Ogres setting up everything they've got. They've got to keep this little bugger alive. Necromaniacs. Oh, that's what you gotta call these fans here. He makes it. He trips. He's got to spend it. One more try. 3 dice. He's down. Still alive. And it's a disaster. Finally, the Ogres, paying attention to the cast, decide, let's get the ball. And he's got the fucking ball. You hear that? He's got the fucking ball. And it's a blitz away. He's got him. And there he goes. Little Twinkle Toes himself. He's on his way. And here come the Snotlings running escort for the Ogre. But wait, there's more. The Ogres have put on their little Snotling hats and off they go. And they're dodging like Snotlings. This is horrible. Necro team, there's nothing left. But no, there is no tomorrow. Really, there's none. As I can see in the background of the pit, they're stoking the fires to burn the team if they fail. And he makes the miracle dodge. 2 dice uphill. It's a push. He'll take it at this point. It buys him a turn. 2 dice uphill. No! Denied! In your face, Patch. Oh, this is it. The Ogres, they've got 3 turns. Cannot bonehead a single one with the ball, can you? They have to march. And as predicted, right there, he boneheads it immediately. And suddenly, it's an all-new ball game. Ogres ferociously trying to defend the ball carrier. They're going to have to resort to their favourite tactic, and the second bonehead goes in. And there's the third. It's a bloody disaster. Call it 4. Every Ogre's gone on FaceTime about, we're going to win this. Is oh. Well, you haven't scored yet, you twats. You can see it now. There's not a single sitting fan in these stands here. They're all standing in absolute shock. And there's a trip. It's not over till a fat halfling dies. We've said this before and we'll say it again. Really, we'll say it again. It's not over till the fat halfling dies. Quickly trying to get back into the game. The entire Ogre team. There's the blitz away. There's the break. He's through. And the lad's running. Does he even risk going any further? No. We know what's coming here. It's the Snotling escort. Face gnome. Once more. Second time. The Ogre's got his Snotling escort. He's keeping this ball safe. And there is a dramatic trip. There's nothing left. You can see it now. Necro team chewing on their fangs. There's the handoff. And now you're about to see how crazy this game can really get, lads. Third time lucky. And it is the throw. And yes, he's good. And it's just in range. It's in. It's bloody in. The survivor celebrates. 2, 1. And that for you, me gents, and me ladies, and me goblins, is the Hooligan Division Final. As you can see, are you not entertained? 2-1 in the dramatic conclusion. Fear NATTS, you suckers. 15. Guess what's coming? Representative, it's the Ogre team, mind Ogre matter. Let's see you all do well. Nuffle, bless his dice. As for the rest of your 15, may your dice chip and shatter.